Hey guys, my name is Arab J. Swell, and today we are going to be doing linear equations. So let's start off with the basic simple meaning of linear equations. And linear equations simply just means it's a straight line if we plot it on a graph. So if we're plotting that on a graph, it's going to be a straight line, and it can be like a diagonal straight line, like a slope, or in like any direction, but it has to be a straight line. But if, let's say, this straight line is on the horizontal, or um, on the vertical lines, then that's not going to be considered as linear. Those are actually linear functions, but we're doing linear equations. And so now we need to understand about the variables. What's so special about the variables? So linear variables, they have the power of 1. And in each and every single equation, whatever the variable is, there can be multiple variables in the equations, but the power must be 1 for all of them. If the power is 2, like x power 2 or x power 3 or x power 4, etc., then that will be considered as a quadratic equation. And we'll deep dive into that once, and I explained that into my quadratic equations thing, so you can watch that video on my channel. So let's start off with some examples. So first up, our first equation. So there are multiple types of linear equations. There are one-step linear equations, two-step linear equations, three-step, and then multi-step linear equations. For this video, we're going to be only doing one-step, two-step, and then maybe three-step equation. So first off, we're going to solve our first equation, which is 8y equals to 720. So in order to solve this back to simple algebra, what we need to do is we need to take the y, we need to isolate the y variable and divide it by 8 on both sides. So 8y over 8 equals to 720 over 8. Now, if you simplify that, that becomes these two x's will cut, then that would be y equals 2, and then 720 by 8, that's going to be 90. So here for our first problem, y equals to 90. That's our first solution. So these are just one-step equations. There's also another way to solve this, is by, you can either do it like this. You can take the y, just isolate y, carry it over, bring it to the other side, 720, and then bring the 8 over to the other side, because in this situation 8 is being multiplied with y, and if we're going to carry it to the other side, then that operation needs to be the opposite, and the opposite of multiplication is going to be division. So you can just take y by isolating that, taking the 8 over to the right side of the equation, divide that, and you would still get our answer, y equals to 90. So we'll solve it using both steps for this next question. Okay, so now we have our question as x plus 10 equals to 18. So first, what we're going to do, we're going to use the first method that we did. We're going to so here 10 is being added to x, meaning that we're going to have to subtract 10 from both sides of the equation. So that's going to be x plus 10. Whoa, that's some bad handwriting there. X plus 10 minus 10 equals to 18 minus 10. So x plus 10 minus 10, so that's going to be 0, leaving x means that's going to be isolated. So that's x, and then it equals to 18 minus 10, so 18 minus 10 is 8, so therefore our solution to the equation is just 8. Or using our second method, which I find the easiest, it's going to be x equals to 18, and then just subtract that with 10, and then boom, you get your answer, x equals to 8. Now we're going to do our two-step equations. Go. Okay. So now for this one, it's 8x plus 5 equals to 77. So in this case, we'll use the first method. So we're going to have to subtract 5 from both sides of the equation. So 8x plus 5 minus 5. Hold up. So then that's just going to be 8x equals to 72. And then here we're going to divide 8 by both sides. Which then leaves us with x equals to 9. Or if we use our other method, which is easier, me personally, I think that's the more easier method. We just lasso that and then delete. Okay. Yes, so now that's the first method of solving this first equation, or we could just simply bring it to the other side without doing it on both sides. So that would just be 8x equals to 77 minus 5, which is then 8x equals to 72. 72, and then that's going to be x equals to 72 over 8, which then x equals to 9. So both of our solutions, we're getting x equals to 9, which is correct. Now we have 8 plus 2x equals to 49. So what we're going to do is we're going to subtract 8 from both sides of the equation. So 2x plus 8 minus 8 equals to 49 minus 8, which is then going to be 2x equals to 38. And then that's going to be, we need to subtract 2 from both sides of the equation. Then that's going to be x equals to 19. Or if we use the second method, the second method is more easier. So for the second method, what we're going to do is 2x equals to 49 minus 8, which 2x equals to 38, and then that would be 2x equals to 38, and then subtract, and then just bring that over here. So then that's going to be x equals to 19. So x is 19 in this situation for this equation. And that's all for my video today, guys. I hope you guys learned a lot about linear equations, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!